Alright, welcome to Chapter 5 of A Dark Future Rising, a Heroes and Hardships campaign. If you know anything about Heroes and Hardships, which hopefully you will by the time you watch this. This is a power level 3 game with superheroes, so that's kind of what we're seeing, a modern superhero game. And today I have with me as Slip as Dr. Vitae, Wander as Wraythe, Rogue as Vindicator. And we will get right in there. Last time on A Dark Future Rising, our heroes, if you can call them that, had gone to a laboratory to stop some experiments on other supers, and they had assaulted the lab and were able to defeat the person there called Dr. Dream, who had all kinds of gadgets and gizmos to attempt to thwart our heroes, and they were able to overcome it. They had disabled the man and were determining his fate as they heard a break in some sort of glass nearby, or a window or something further into the lab perhaps. And that's where we'll start. Let me swing you guys over here. Yeah. Sick.
So what was the status of the people in the tanks? Were they just kind of lying on the floor?
They're just lying on the floor. They seem unconscious but alive. Okay. And that's where we'll start. You guys can go ahead and kick it off. As I remember, the last thing we were doing was Vindicator was removing some things from Dr. Dream very roughly, and I guess we can just start there with what you want to do. Dr. Dream is unconscious for the most part, so go ahead, take it away.
Dr. Vitae is leaned over one of the victims on the ground, one hand on their wrist, eyes closed. She nods to herself and then looks up at the sound of the glass. Uh-oh, that might be something else. We'd better go check on it.
Wraythe nods. If I remember rightly, Vindicator had kind of messed Dr. Dream up a bit, and Wraythe was a bit kind of disturbed by that, so he's quite keen to kind of leave the area. So he becomes insubstantial and then vanishes. And presumably, you presume he's starting to head towards the source of this sound, but it's hard to tell now.
Dr. Vitae looks over at Vindicator, walks over and kind of tentatively puts a hand on his shoulder. Are you all right?
I think Vindicator's got his combat knife in his hand and was probably throwing the unconscious body of the doctor around into stuff, and as he grabs him, maybe about to stab him, finishing move with the blade of the knife, and her hand touches him, it kind of wakes him up. She would probably be able to just tell, like it snaps him out of it for a moment, and his angry look subsides a little bit, and he looks towards the doctor and says, "Yes. Should we wake this one back up and ask him a few questions?"
Yeah, eventually, but there was a sound from the back room. Let's go check on that. she looks around for something to kind of tie Dr. Dream up with, do we see any ropes or cables or anything?
Yeah,
to
there's
use?
tubes, cables, things like that you could use. That
Yeah,
there's actually probably quite a few medical beds that you can strap people down on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Help me get him on one of these beds, and then I don't want Wraythe in there by himself.
Yeah, and hearing the noise, there was a large growl or
It was
something.
kind of to retcon that part. You heard breaking glass, growl not so much. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, he'll try to throw the doctor onto the bed, not gently, of course, and help tie him up quickly.
Yeah, you can do that pretty easily. And you do that, and there's a door that leads to the back. Wraythe, you just go through the wall, I'm assuming, more or less. Yeah. So you walk back. Wraythe, I'll kind of let you know what happens first, just because you're probably ahead of them anyway. You head back, and you don't see anything for the first few rooms. They look kind of like storage rooms, and this place has been converted from something else, maybe a restaurant. There's coolers and things like that. You see all kinds of different, liquid tanks and piles of boxes of medicine of some sort that you don't know what is exactly. And you realize you come to the back alleyway, and there's a big window, huge window that's been just shattered out. You don't see anything outside just yet, but you see the glass is out onto the street.
Okay, looking around carefully, I'm going to make my way in that direction, and if I don't see anything before I get there, I'm just going to peer out onto the street.
Give me a perception roll, please.
Okay.
Just gonna swing you guys over here. 16, that is a failure. You do not see anything.
Okay. So I'm going to pull my head back in and just start looking around this room, seeing what I can tell about it.
The inside of the room, you don't see much. You do notice that there is a door, and that door is open. You're not sure what was in there or anything. You can peer inside. Inside the door is a small room. It looks like perhaps was storage or something. Something that is fairly clear is that you look at the... Well, give me another perception roll.
Okay.
Make sure you guys don't have any wound hardships or anything like that. I don't think you should, or injuries. Yeah, you're not trained. Oh no, you are trained. Didn't explode. No, it says drop. No.
Let me just try removing that and re-adding it.
No, you're not trained, I don't think, are you?
I am, yeah.
Oh,
but
okay.
one.
Yeah, okay. Try that.
Can I just roll a d10?
Yeah, just roll d10 for now. Alright, so that's actually what you needed. 21. So no, this is PL3. Sorry, that's a fail. Yeah. Oh, actually, I'd say this is mundane. This is probably a good spot for a mundane roll. This one. You see that the inside of the door where the handle is, it's kind of like one of those, like you pull it and it unlatches, and it's like a horizontal, like kind of bar. It's kind of like a big cooler door. If you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, the inside of it, it looks like it's been melted a bit, like with a targeted heat source, and it's fallen away. from the door. It's actually halfway hanging off, kind of melted, and it probably unlatched the door and opened it.
Wow. Okay. So I'll have a bit more of a look round, but if I don't see anything else, I'll head back to the others.
Yeah, as you kind of come out of the door, you are still invisible, and they walk that way. You see them coming through the same way in general that you did, only they're forced to go through the hallways and stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna stay insubstantial but become visible and walk over to see them. And I'll say, looks like something escaped from in here. It was I don't know, reckon another super or something. Gone now though. I just poked my head out on the street and it's buggered off. Well, can't blame whoever it was. I mean, kept in there, and he'll indicate with his head where this kind of storage area was that presumably someone was being kept in.
Is this to Vindicator? He says this to?
To both of you.
Both of us.
I think Vindicator looks up from putting his blade back in its sheath, and he says, "You think it was dangerous?"
I think Dr. Dream thought it was. But then I think he thinks all of us are. And she kind of rubs her hands along the scorch marks on the room and says, "Well, good luck to you, whoever you are."
You hear like a garbage can knocked over or something like that, kind of a bang in the back again. Not nearly as loud as what was happening before, but
she raises an eyebrow and then kind of darts off into the direction, see if she can spot who's still out there.
yeah, as Wraythe saw, you see the glass on the ground outside, and you notice that this is an alleyway, and if you go to the left, there's there's more like kind of ways to go, more intersections and such of small streets and alleys, and you just hear like some sort of mumbling a bit from that direction as you come out at one direction to your left.
I'm sure that whoever it was not deserved to be here, but if they're disoriented, they might do themselves or someone else harm. We should probably find them.
How far is that location from the front of the entrance where we came into?
You're in the back of the building right now, so it would be
On the backside.
yeah, the backside of the building.
Is there any way to get there quickly to that location?
It's probably where you think where it's coming from. The noises are not very far away. 20 feet.
Oh yeah.
It's just like an intersection, another alleyway, right?
Yeah, I'll try to get there quickly.
I'll follow him. I'm still insubstantial, so I can go through walls, but I'm invisible now.
Yeah.
Madison is a step behind. She is going to grab whatever chemicals are at hand. Like, she's just worried about leaving this place empty-handed and then having it unavailable later. So she's going to take 10 seconds behind them, to just grab some things.
Just straight looting. Yeah, you find some boxes and give me a career roll. TN 28 or 29. What is the?
Okay.
PLTNs, PL3. I can't remember.
Yay! I hope it's 29.
It's definitely no higher than that. So, yeah, you're able to find. What are you looking for? Anything specific, or just?
Well, she's looking for things that look like important components or notes as to this process. She's hoping that if, she runs into it again, she'll have made some progress on being able to stop or reverse it.
Yeah, you look around and you're going back through kind of your not necessarily training, but on the job training, if you will, things that you've used and seen in the past with your dealings with sick people, and you do see you see a lot of cancer drugs, brands of chemotherapy, that sort of thing, and you see that there's something else that's unlabeled. It is some sort of green substance which you are unfamiliar with, and it definitely doesn't look like it's come from some sort of pharmaceutical manufacturer. It's more like not necessarily jars, but look kind of like vials and that sort of thing. Something that somebody's done recently and on the spot have made whatever those are.
Well, in whatever way makes them the most securely packed, like I don't know if they're in a box or whatever, she's going to, or if they're not secure, she'll wrap them up in paper or whatever she can find and then put them in.
Yeah, there's all kinds of storage devices. You see that there's actually what would be considered a cold storage crate. You see several of those. Inside are dry ice and stuff. You're not sure exactly how to transport those, and I'm not either in real life, so let's just say that particularly the chemo drugs and stuff have to be chilled or cooled, so you're able to use those, and you know that from your previous career role.
Right. Okay. Well, as quickly as she can, she's going to take some of the green vials with her. She figures the cancer drugs she can research, so those aren't as important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine. And you haul this, it's probably the size of a small cooler. As you head out with the rest, Wraythe is kind of just cuts through the building towards that spot, while Vindicator kind of hustles around the corner, leaving the dock behind a bit. But as you turn the corner, you see somebody that you may recognize. We'll see. He is seated on this strange contraption, kind of straddling it. It almost looks like a surfboard. He has these red goggles on and blonde hair thrown over, and he has facial piercings, and he looks very disoriented. And let me pop him out. And he looks up as Vindicator gets there, and he just says, "Oh man, I feel like years ago, Who are you? Where am I?"
Vindicator's gonna walk up. He's probably still wearing his mask. So he says, "We're the ones that took out the dock. Were you trapped like the others?"
Trapped? Yeah, I was in a thing, a room. Oh man, rubs the back of his head. Go ahead and give me boy, this is kind of interesting.
I was wondering if we'd recognized him.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll a status roll for him, and then if it beats a hard, then you recognize him. So I'm gonna roll actually for him and see. And that would be yes. You definitely do recognize him. He's one of the most. He's a pretty well-known super, and if you have any access to social media, he has a big social media following, and he does this. He works for one of the big corps in town. He was long ago part of a teen super group, just when the first supers started coming out, and you don't remember exactly what happened, but he was basically fell off the face of the earth all of a sudden, and then has recently come back into the public light. One thing you do kind of remember is about a recent, this got reported on the news just days ago, that he claims there is extraterrestrial life on the planet, and one that can take the shape of others. And he had said that if he does anything untoward or you see something strange from him, it's not him. That's basically what he said. So
Yeah, so Wraythe, who has been on social media again recently after quite a few weeks without it, he'll kind of tries to nudge Vindicator, but his elbow goes right through him and kind of catches himself, and then says, Vindicator, it's Amplify, right? He's famous. And he turns to Amplify and goes, I just want to say that you're amazing. I mean you were till you sold out, but and went a bit nuts. But I mean, you're still amazing in a way, right? You got really cool powers. It's just you got a bit bonkers.
He looks around, and about that time Madison can walk up or whatever she's gonna do. He gets up off the ground and is kind of standing on this thing, which Wraythe, you know for sure it's a hoverboard. It flies around and he flies on it, kind of like
Nice.
a skate, or not a, yeah, basically a Michael J. Fox Back to the Future skateboard, but can go way off the ground into the air and such.
Nice.
He's just standing on it for a second. He's like, "Oh, I feel weird, man, real weird." You said you know me?
Yeah, that's right. I saw him on a soda can or something.
Madison looks to him, kind of narrows her eyes and says, Ray, didn't you have a poster in your room with him on it?
Yeah, I took it down recently after the whole aliens thing. And he looks around at Amplify and says, no offense, but you kind of lost it, mate.
Aliens? I don't know what are you talking about. I don't know anything about an alien. Man, I'm feeling real peaked, man. And he like turns and just vomits off the hoverboard and just retches for a good 20 seconds.
Is there any way Madison could tell if he's got the same symptoms, with her powers as the other guy that she treated?
You can do a healing roll, or your
Okay.
magical healing. Yeah, that's fine. You don't think so, not exactly. Something else is happening here, but he looks unwell. He's very pale.
I don't think the doctor had begun the process on him, or at least not the same process. Something else is wrong with him.
Yeah.
And Wraythe giggles inappropriate and goes, maybe he's been probed.
What? Oh. Yes, that's a joke.
He looks at Wraythe and says, "Oh, you're not gonna probe me, man. You're not gonna probe me, man." And he starts lifting off the ground as the hoverboard gets some air in front of you.
Well, you can calm down. No one's going to probe you.
You're right, man. You're not gonna probe me. And you see from his hands just begin to ignite with this very, very bright light. And we're gonna go into combat because he's going to attack you. Let me get this all set up here. Two seconds. Always the wise ass.
He had to
Start
He
issues
won't-
again.
threaten to probe
He
him.
won't blame himself for this at all. This is-
Definitely not my fault. No way. I'll put you back.
Well, I was doing a heal check on him, so I would be right next to him because I have to be touching
Okay.
distance.
Gotcha. Okay. Alright, let me
So it's your fault then, basically.
He thought I was probing him.
Yeah. Yep. He's been through a
I've
lot.
got the doctor's mask on.
Yep.
Gonna probe me, man.
You might like it. Can I roll a persuasion for that?
I think he's beyond being persuaded for that sort of thing. Okay, so here we are. Let me switch the music to a little bit more. All right, go ahead and roll initiative. Let me make sure that it's good. Make sure you guys don't have. Yeah, hold on. I need to clear it. Make sure you guys have. What's wrong with this thing? Just clear. It. Oh, okay. Hold on. Before you don't roll anything, just hold on. I got yours, but just, I tried to clear the counter. It's not letting me. It's kinda... Huh. Where's the clear? Oh, there it is. All right. Just go ahead and roll again, Madison, and I'll just add 25. Okay. Yeah, whatever it was. Go ahead, guys. Just so you can change it. Let me make sure he doesn't have any things. No. Nope. Alright, so... Alright. Madison, looks like you're gonna be up.
I'm gonna try my new power then. I'm gonna try to reduce his effectiveness with that transmutation.
Mm-hmm.
Although I kind of have to know what I'm dealing with, and I don't think she realistically does, actually. I was trying to pull up the mental stuff.
What parts?
So, how about this? He's on a hoverboard, you
He
said?
definitely is, yep.
I want to grease his hoverboard
Okay. How would you do that?
to... Oh, I've got my oil gun.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
So, give him some problems with moving around on it.
Yep. Sure. So what is that? That's just a...
It applies the movement penalty. I'll pull up the actual text of it.
And you just do that with an interact action, I'm guessing.
Yep. Gear.
Let's see, does he have like a sleeve?
Okay. I'll put it in the chat.
Sure. Okay, so I'll give you a 2 AP for that.
So I don't know how you want to interpret that for hoverboard.
Yeah,
Maybe
I'll figure
it
something out.
makes it hard to balance.
Yeah, I'll figure something out. Yeah, he's just standing there currently. Vindicator, what would you like to do?
Man, I don't know if I should blow this guy away. I think Vindicator is gonna try something new. If I can, I put some points into shield. Is there any way I could like run over here and grab the top to that that dumpster and use it as a shield?
Yeah, you could do that. But you gotta run there first.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
So
1, 2, 3, 4. That's fine. He's not gonna do any opportunity attack type stuff. So yeah, you move 4. You probably ran, right? So that'd be 2. Makes sense. And then next time you can grab it if you want.
yeah, that's totally cool. So he just takes off running over there, and he's probably reaching for the dumpster, maybe to like pull that lid off. Use it as a shield. That's it.
Wraythe, the question: does incorporeal shield you from other damage, or is it just the other stuff?
I think other's the only thing it doesn't shield you from. Yeah, let me just check.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, he's going to, out of his hands just comes these it looks like it's kind of light, but it shoots at each of you, this searing light, and you hear it crackle as it just jumps off his hands at each of you. I'm pretty sure his targets is 3, his distance is 8, so he can target you all at the same time. It will be resisted by dodge.
I'm going to use the
Dispel.
dispel.
Yeah. Let's see what he does here first. Let me see.
Yeah, see if I can do that as well.
Yeah, anybody with those skills can. What is it? Right. Okay. Here we go.
Okay, we all get to roll dodge then.
Yes, or
Dodge
yeah.
or dispel.
Okay. Not
Do I
pulling
get a-
back. Hold on.
Question: Do I get a bonus if I'm running?
Yes, technically you do. It'll be a plus. It's actually a negative to him, but it's bonus. It's fine. +3 to you. Yeah. Okay, 44 is what he rolled.
Okay.
Now,
And for ours,
so
we
dispel.
roll-
If you dispel a spell from a different school, or with a different skill, you take 1 hardship. So unless you're dispelling with harness, you get a hardship.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 3 for him. Dispel is 2 AP, just so you know.
Mhm.
And if you're just gonna, you probably should let them see if they dispel before you dodge Vindicator.
Because if one of us manages to dispel, does it dispel for everyone?
Yeah, it'd dispel. It's just the spell doesn't go off, basically.
Okay.
Let me make sure he didn't surge or something. I didn't look.
Give it a go.
Dispel.
He definitely did not
But
surge.
we take a...
So you're going to be dispelling with essence, I'm guessing.
Uh-huh. I'm just looking for it on me.
You can just do an essence roll.
Oh, there it is. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get a hardship. But... no, that doesn't work. Wow, not a very good roll. It's a +6 to that, but still missed.
I got it.
You got it. So, Wraythe, make sure you clear your injuries off your guy. Or was that a... Oh, no, that was a hardship. Never mind. Yeah, gotcha. But that is dispelled by Madison. You guys both attempted to
It's a
dispel
good
it.
roll.
So let me bump
Nice.
you guys up. So how does that look as this thing is surging out of his body and you're able to nullify it?
I think she reaches out with a hand and just she just alters his biology enough that it's distracting, right? He can't summon the physical focus necessary that it takes to use his blasting powers.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's almost like his eyes start to glow and then, they just stutter.
Mm-hmm. All right. Vindicator, you're up.
All right. What would that be to to use the shield?
Just to grab the lid as a shield interact action. You can do interact quickly if you want. If you have acrobatics and can do it, it's a challenging acrobatics roll. That would be 29 you're trying to get. That's up to you. So basically, interact quickly costs 1 AP. Interact normally costs 2. If you interact quickly and fail, I changed this a while ago. I think you still succeed, but you pay the 2 AP. Or 3 AP or something like that. Look. Do you have acrobatics?
I do. I'm not very good. It's a 1 though.
Yeah. What's your agility?
5.
I mean, it might be worth it. Let me look real quick. I can't remember how I redid that. I redid that a while ago because people were failing their quick draws and just getting nerfed so bad. Offensive actions. Quickly. Yeah. So basically, it's a gamble. If it works, it takes 1 AP. If it doesn't, it takes 3 AP.
I'll go for it. That'd
Okay.
be kind of funny.
Yeah. So you need a 29. Grab it quickly.
He grabs it and pulls on it, and
Oh yeah.
oh, nice!
Snatch it.
Rips it off.
Yeah. Snatch it. So that's just costs 1 AP for that shield. We'll just give it a shield quality 1 with a 1 defensive bonus since it's improvised, kind of. So, yeah, you have a shield now. Wraythe, you're
Yes.
up.
Okay. Wraith is going to become invisible. Which I don't think takes any APs. And then he's going to move. So he's just going to move straight through here.
Yep. So that would be, how many did you move?
5.
5. Walking or running?
Running, I think.
Yeah, probably best. Okay, so that's 3 AP. Okay,
Yeah. Oh, sorry. One
go ahead.
difference. He'll be here. Sorry.
That's fine. No problem. Okay, it is Vindicator's turn again with the shield.
If I go into a defensive stance for the dock,
Well, you don't have Guardian, so if there's no way to really protect her without that ability. Guardian would let you protect somebody next to you.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't interrupt someone else's attack with your own defense. It has to be aimed at you.
all right. So he'll be using it for the as a shield for himself for the moment, for the time being, and he'll shout up to him, "Hey, idiot! We're trying to help you out."
Yeah, he seems completely oblivious to what you're saying. Are you going full defense? Is that what you're doing? Or?
Yeah,
Okay.
full defense.
Okay, that's 5 AP. Alright, you're up to 8. His turn again. He is going to try to blast you all again. Here we go. So he is spamming his power, so we have a new rule that I came up with. That he has focus 1 less than his stats say, so he's going to have a focus of 1 on this one, maybe, I think. No, 2. Okay. No, 1, yeah. This is focus 1. So if he explodes more than twice, it'll be a surge.
But also, when your focus goes down, don't your power levels go down?
No. This is so his focus
It's
technically
only for
doesn't go
purpose of
down.
surge.
It's only for the purpose of surging. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the way it reads is as if your focus was 1 less. You know. So, okay. Power menu. Energy blast. This hits everybody. 44. Nope. No surge.
Well, I'm going to try to do it again. We'll see if I get lucky again.
I'm gonna have to shoot this guy. Or his board.
Well, if he hits you, it's bad times for sure.
Oh, got lucky again.
Okay, so that's
Jeez.
2 for you. So yeah, he's just like the same thing, right? He's at
Jeez,
6.
these are some good rolls.
Nice.
His was pretty
Down.
poor, but yeah, that's a really good roll for you.
With one hardship.
What is your
is-
focus? Dispels can surge.
My focus is 2.
So you surged. Go ahead and make a focus roll.
Okay. Is that on any of the menus?
It might
No,
not
just off the
be.
sheet? Okay.
And yeah, probably it's just in the sheet. I'll have to fix that.
Right. So, focus?
Yep, you want to beat a 56.
With a focus roll?
Yep.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Okay, so that would be. So I don't have all the surge tables written yet, but go ahead and roll a 3d10.
Okay.
That's going to be the bad one. That's not
What do you
terrible.
do?
Oh, roll one more d10. It was a 3d10.
Oops.
They don't
popped up on my
explode.
screen.
So okay, 19. That's not too bad. I'm going to say so you bring about a lot of power to dampen this, and as you do, you kind of overextend yourself, and I'm just going to add 1 AP to your track. It just takes longer. You have to focus more to do it, and then go on from there. Wraythe, you're up.
Can
Mhm.
we pause really
Yeah,
quick
sure,
so that I
absolutely.
can
Yeah.
understand the mechanics of
Yeah,
what
so-
happened?
so-
I
so-
rolled 3d10 because I
So-
know I
the way-
surged.
Yeah, so surging. Okay, so the way surging works, we'll just talk through the whole thing. Any casting of spell skills can surge. So you surged because you exploded more times than you have focus, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a potential surge, and then you roll focus to see. If you're able to control that surge. So this is similar to a wound, compared to a wound level. So let's say you take a wound, right, and you compare that to your wound level to see how bad it is. So it uses the same mechanics. The surge table uses the same mechanics as wounds. So if you're over 11, it's a terrible surge, right? And there's if you're like between 11 and 5, it's a medium, and then below that 2 is like a easy one. And so, and when you're trying to compute your wounds, it's a table. The table is 23 entries long, and if it's the worst one, you roll 3d10. If it's the medium one, you roll 4d10, and if it's the really easy one, you roll 5d10. And higher is better.
Higher is better.
Yeah, higher is
Okay.
better. So, like if you rolled a 3, it would be like you all die. Like when Pima Win rolled like a 5, right?
So the 7 and the 10 were good.
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. Very good. So, and if you get above a 23, then there's no applicable effect, right? It's just like when you take a wound. So it's the same. That's the same
Got it,
exact
got it.
mechanic as when you're figuring out your actual wounds.
Okay.
So yeah. So you rolled a 19. That's pretty good. I don't think I have the essence table. I'll look, but I'm pretty sure I only have one of the tables written. So it's kind of just not there yet. Let me make sure though. I can't remember exactly which one it was. Magic. I'll tell you in 2 seconds. What was the one? Maybe. I mean, is it alphabetical? No, it's. Oh, hold on. Thought I had one. Oh, sorry. It's Psyche. I have the Psyche Surge stuff done. I have the first 3 essence, but okay. Yep. So it's not written yet, so that's fine. So does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. Wraythe, you're up.
Okay. I am. Yeah, I'm gonna try and grab his hoverboard.
Okay, so you have to drop your insubstantial.
Oh
Which
yeah,
is free.
yeah, I'll do that.
Yep. You can easily go ahead and give me a mundane hand to hand. How's that?
Okay.
It'll be an interact action, but
Yep. Hand to hand.
I just want to make sure you don't completely whiff. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, you are able to grab kind of the tail of it. And that would be put you up to 7. And it is his turn once again. And he is going to... he sees you grab onto it. Yeah, he's just gonna. He's so single-minded and kind of out of it. He just tries to blast you guys one more time. This will put him at a very low focus of 0. So if he explodes once, he is probably gonna surge. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
hope he
twice.
doesn't blow all of us up.
So here he's gonna roll a focus roll.
What's his focus?
2.
Oh dear.
That's also a horrible one. So let's do the damage on you. Is anybody gonna try to dispel or anything like that?
Well, I would have to surge to dispel his surge, so there's no win on that.
All right, you guys can at least try to dodge. Might or to go against magic defense. You choose, right? So, because we do the spell.
Does he
first.
have to target this spell? This power?
What do you mean?
Because I'm still invisible. I'm substantial, but I'm still.
Oh yeah,
invisible.
he couldn't attack you. He couldn't see you.
Right. Okay.
right,
But
yeah.
yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, I guess
Yeah.
the surge is going to take everyone. But that's just interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
but the first thing we're doing the energy blast first, so he can't shoot you with that. So
Okay.
you don't have to worry about that. So Vindicator and Madison, you guys can dodge if you think it's better than your magic defense. It's going to be.
It's about the same for me, but I'll go ahead and try.
Okay. So he rolled a 64, so I keep track of that.
What?
No,
Well,
that's worse.
Oof.
what does the full defense give me for the?
Oh, you're probably going to want to do dodge. It gives you 5 benefits to your next thing. Let me look at you because we have to probably convert dice. You dodge. Yeah. So basically, you get 5 benefits. So you're going to put 1 benefit in when it asks you, and then you're going to convert 4 dice to kept dice. Or I'm sorry, 4 benefits to 2 kept dice. So go ahead and roll. Go ahead and when it asks you for a benefit, put 1. Then just roll it, and then we'll manually keep 2 more dice. This is what I'm doing
No
right
modifiers.
now. No, not unless you have a dodge modifier now. All right. So actually, you don't even need to. You would keep. It would technically be a 7 more, so it would be a 76. So you're able to dodge the blast. Madison, you are not. You're hit for 53.
That's a death roll. My mortality threshold's 38.
Would you like to burn a fate point?
Otherwise, I have to roll over.
You have to roll a 54.
And what's that based on?
Well, it's resilience. So, and we're doing wound level. So it would be your wound level would be a pre-roll modifier, and you would have to roll above. I don't know what is yours. Yours is 19. So 54 minus 19 would be what you have to roll. It's resilience. Remember, it's KO rules.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's worth burning a fate. 54 minus 19.
But you will get the wound, just so you know.
Yeah,
not
I have
just the wound, right?
regeneration though, so.
Yeah, that's true.
So 54 minus 19. What is
Well,
that?
just when you just do the death roll. Well, 54 minus 19 is it's in 20s.
So what I'm gonna do? Can I spend a fate and not
Yeah.
burn a fate?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna spend a fate. Okay.
Yeah, so you give
And-
yourself a benefit to resilience.
Where's
Just
the
just
death
do
roll
yeah,
button?
it's in the under wounds. It's in combat menu
Okay,
too.
got it. Okay, death roll. Add wound level. I don't have one.
Yeah, you want to add the wound level. That's what you want to do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because that's your wound level, right? The 19. Because there's an alternate rule where you don't do it for really
Okay.
really gritty
An
stuff.
additional mod is I add the 2.
What would you add 2 for?
You said for wound threshold. I thought you said, or I thought you said to add that as a pre-roll
no,
modifier.
your wound level. Your wound level. If I said threshold, I misspoke.
Oh,
Sorry.
as a pre-roll modifier.
Yeah, which it's already that was that drop down. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
So
does
don't add
it give
anything
you a
else.
benefit? Was there a benefit?
No, so I'm gonna have to roll another d10.
Yeah, roll another d10. This is not looking great right now.
Well, but what did I have
That's
to
a
roll
fail.
altogether?
54.
54.
Yeah. So
Did it subtract the 19? It didn't subtract.
It added it.
Oh,
Look,
it did.
yeah,
Added it. Yep.
Yeah. So let's figure out what that was. So that was a wound of 53. Let me add it to you. Other damage. So you have a wound now. Oh, it's actually way more than that. Yeah, it's I didn't add his post-roll mod, which is 20. So
well,
you can take back the fate point if you want. So yeah, it's it's a 73 is the
oh my
is the wound.
gosh. Okay.
Yeah. So hold on. Okay, you already had one wound.
No, I.
It must have been. I don't know. It's in here, but it's fine. 73. Other blast to the torso. It's going to be a terrible wound. So how does it look as you're knocked unconscious? For sure. Yeah, you wouldn't even be able to roll because it's double your mortality threshold. So.
She's got her hands right on him. She just isn't even really probably trying to dodge. She sees the blast coming and she's getting ready to concentrate again, but it just explodes and knocks her back. I mean, I think she's probably thrown back,
Yeah, that's fine.
Probably hits some of this rubble over here, is knocked unconscious.
Mm-hmm. All right. Wraythe, what are you going to do as your teammate gets blasted and unconscious as she flies across the alleyway and crashes into a bunch of dumpsters and whatnot?
First of all, he swears loudly. And then he's just going to try and yank this board out from under Amplify.
Go ahead and give me an athletics roll.
Okay.
I'll give him a test, but he's going to have some negatives for the oil slick.
Oof.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to do an acrobatics roll for him and give himself a hardship. This is just kind of on the fly. It's not actually technically how that stuff works.
Should he maybe take another one because he can't actually necessarily see it coming? He's not expecting it to get pulled out from under him because he can't see me.
I think that's fair. We'll give him 2
Thank
hardships. He's going to need 2 hardships. Okay, it's not trained. That's the good part. Bad part, it's agility 6.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just yeah. You tug on it and he's just very good on this thing, even with the slickness of the oil, and he kind of spins around as you do it. Doesn't see you obviously, but yeah, he does not fall off of it. Vindicator, what would you like to do?
Man, after seeing the doc get hit, I think he's going to switch to the gun.
Okay.
And unload on him.
All right, so you are does your gun have long? I think it probably does. No, it doesn't. Okay, cool. It does not then. So go ahead and you're going to shoot. So you are point blank range. You're going to give yourself 1 benefit and a +3 because of your bonus package. Is your gun 6 or is it 5? It's 4. Okay, cool. So you don't need to worry about converting any dice. Just put a benefit in there for the laser sight.
Okay, 2 benefits.
Just unless I just have 1. What would the other one be for?
Oh, Weapon Master?
Oh yeah, then yes.
Is
Mhm.
Yeah, okay.
And when it asks you the range, say point blank. How many? What rate of fire are you doing?
Burst.
Okay, so give yourself nothing in the pre-roll mods because it's a -3.
Okay. Oh, I clicked on myself and...
Okay, so instead of -28, it would be. Let me see. Are you sure? Because it gave his base defense there when you targeted. I think that's right. You have a -9 too. Hold on. Do you have injuries that weren't cleared? Yeah. So hold on. Let's figure it out. It's +9 from that. So it's a 20. And I think everything else is right. Because the -28 is his base defense, not yours. Yours is 24. Right? So I think that's
Okay.
correct. That all looks correct to me. So I think it's a 20. So he can actually dodge because you are point blank. I'm gonna give him a hardship from being on the oil slick to dodge. Alright, he's gonna try to dodge. Okay, so you did the... So instead of... yeah, so it will be instead of the -28, okay? So this is instead of that. Because usually in range combat you can't dodge, right? But since he's...
Mhm.
so we'll figure out what that is. Okay, so instead of... okay, so let's look. So yours is 20 plus 28. So a 48 versus a 41, that's a hit of a 7. Okay, and you... Okay, so you hit for 7, and you're doing a multi rate of fire of 2. So 7 plus 24, 31. Hit him for 31. Left leg is -3, 28. And let's see what armor he has there. So 28. And his is 8. So 20. Hit him for 20 damage. That's enough to give him a wound and an injury. How does it look as you shoot him in the leg, point blank, pretty much?
Yeah, once he sees the doc go flying back, he gets pissed and drops the shield and rips the gun off the back really fast and just lets out a roar as he rips the bullets up across the guy's leg. Blood shooting out. The guy flying back. Is he still on his board? And
He
stuff,
still is on his board, yeah.
Okay.
It's his turn again. He is actually going to try to fly away. He's going to do basically a run straight up. So if he did that, he could technically move 20 hexes. But
what about the fact I'm holding onto the board? Yeah, okay.
Exactly. So what we're going to do is he's going to do a contested...
He can't run
Why?
because of the effect, the movement effects don't... I mean... maybe, I don't know, however you ever want to interpret that.
What I was going to do is I was going to give him... I was going to make it a contested check with that in... because it's not really... That's not really
You
what
gotta
it is.
wing it.
Yeah. So what we'll do is he's going to take 2 hardships. Let's think. Wraythe, how would you keep him in place? Is there some way you would do it where you wouldn't use athletics, or tell me?
Just his just his body weight. Throw his body weight across the back of the board and just try and knock it as he takes off.
How about give me stamina instead then?
Okay.
That would be much better for you.
Where's stamina?
It's endurance.
Oh yeah, got it. Thank you.
So go ahead and roll that, and then I'm gonna roll acrobatics with 2 hardships. So that's pretty good. That should explode. So go ahead and roll that again. Roll another d10. And when you see this, if you could bring that down to 0 and then bring it back up, just because.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Very nice. Very nice. Those get to explode again. So go ahead and roll 2 more d10s.
Nice.
No, that was exploding. So
I see. I see.
1d10.
Yeah, you rolled 1d10. Okay, that's even better. Okay, so it's a 64. Oh wow. So he has wound and injury too, so this probably won't work. And then I'll give him an interact action if he fails. Let's see. So that would be physical menu. Where is it? Okay, there you go. Acrobatics. 2 hardships. No, not even close. But he's got a D10. I'll roll just for shoots. Nope. So yeah, he goes to fly away. How does it look as you're able to keep him basically still?
Yeah, so Wraythe actually just throws himself across the back of the board, aiming to cause a big jolt in it. And Amplify, rather than just being able to jet up in the air, has to actually just stop and stabilize the board from this weight that he couldn't see coming.
Perfect. And with that, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to pull out my pistol.
All right. So I pitch you 11. So it is Vindicator's turn now.
Vindicator's gonna blast him again.
Blast away. I think you're at technically at 5 bullets. So just to keep that in mind.
Yeah. Let me keep track of that.
Yeah. And this if you shoot with full auto, you'll go at 3. So.
Okay. All right, I'll go ahead and change that in just a second.
Yeah, you're fine.
Blast.
Alright, so we're just going to do the adding of the 28 there, just because he's going to dodge, probably. Yeah, that would be pretty bad. I think he's going to get better than a 28 if he rolls. So, what is that? That's 3947. Okay, so that's what he's up against, so he's going to try to dodge. He should be 1 above, too, so he's at 13 now. Because he dodged last time, that didn't increase his AP. Alright, should I move again? Oh, what did I say? What did I say? 29 plus, or 19 plus 28. That's 47, yeah. So that is a hit. So it's a 0. So what we're looking at is 24 damage. Because 0 meat beats, right? So then you add your post roll. So 24 damage minus 8, 16 damage. That's enough for an injury only. So you wing him, basically. On the leg too. That's okay. It's the same. Or in the arm, I should say. Still, yeah. This time you kind of wing him on the arm. There's another injury.
Cool. As Wraythe is struggling with his board and pulling out his pistol, Vindicator fires over him again, blasting him in the arm. Just a spray of mist there.
Wraythe, you're up.
Okay, so rather than trying to shoot this guy, Wraythe is just going to put his pistol right up against whatever kind of power source or engine this board has and just pull the trigger several times.
Oh, nice. That's it. Go ahead and just shoot, and I'll just see how much damage it does against the 0, and we'll...
Cool.
There is a structural integrity rule, but I don't want to look it up.
I'll choose him as the target.
Yeah, that's fine.
Additional mods, hardships, no. One back.
And so it's going to be plus 28, so it's a 30. Yeah, it hits it pretty good. I would say that damages it. So how does it look? Is like this? It was just hovering a couple inches above the ground at this point, and it just kind of crashes down as you shoot it.
Yeah, so Wraythe's kind of lying across it, and he just kind of reaches out, under the board, and kind of fires parallel to his body, and the bullets go sort of off further down the alleyway after they shoot straight through this. But there's a sharp crack from the board, and then the sort of hum of the power source changes, stutters, and stops. And there's a slight jolt as they all settle down from hovering a few inches up to kind of settle down on the ground.
Oh man, you're harshing me, man! And he's gonna blast you both. You are invisible still, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless that shooting makes me visible. I don't know whether.
No, not necessarily. As long as you're a corporal. But how does invisibility read? Because I think there's he can make a perception roll, right?
Yes, at 4 hardships, I believe. Let me just check.
Boy, with you being on it though, I would say I might not give him all 4. I don't know.
Yeah, he knows where I am.
Yeah, I'll give him 2. It's still going to be pretty tough.
4 ranks of sensory impediments for all senses.
Yeah, so that is 4. Okay.
Oh, no, hold on.
Yeah.
Any target's actions that are attacks, spells, or interact with physical objects immediately ends the manifestation effect. So
oh, okay.
I'd have ended it.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. All right, so okay, you are visible. All right, so he is.
And lying at his feet.
Yeah, that doesn't matter for this at least. So I guess that's good news. He's going to try to blast you both. He did not do this last time, so it is not like a repeated effect. But he is hurt, so let's see what it looks like. That's better for you guys for sure.
Can I try and dispel?
You can try to dispel, yes.
Okay, I'll try that with my
Get it, Wraythe.
shape.
So hardship to dispel.
Okay, hold on. I'm just going to take this down to 0 and back up to 4. Okay.
And you don't have this anymore.
Okay.
Because Amplify is going to surge if...
He's not going to surge.
Oh, because he wasn't spamming?
Yeah, he wasn't spamming, and then he didn't... Yeah.
Did you say I should have had a hardship, though?
You should have, yeah, because
sorry.
it's not the same spell. It's not the same school.
Darn.
Yeah, so just roll D10 and hope you roll very low. No, that is exactly not what you want to do. So you attempt to dispel, and that fails. So you can both dodge for an additional 1. See, that's something I got to look at. Like you just tried a defensive action and failed. So I don't think you can actually dodge again because you only get 1.
That would make sense.
Yeah,
that would make sense. Yeah.
So,
I've got that split second to do something, and that's what I tried to say. Yeah.
So 41 minus 19. Ugh. 22. Okay. So go ahead and you can try to dodge, Rogue.
I got a 35.
What's that? Oh, you got a 35?
Sorry. 35.
So, okay. So you got hit for 16, and you got hit for 3. Okay. Plus 20. So 36 for Wraythe, and 23 for Rogue. 23, that's enough to just give you an injury. If you have other, do you have other soak? You might flak jacket, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just tell me what it is.
Oh, it seems.
I think it's going to be an injury for Rogue, no matter what. I'm not going to get it below 13. So you have an injury, and what about you, Wraythe? What is your other soak on your torso?
Let me just check my gear. It is 2.
Okay, so you're at 34. What does that look like? That's a wound. Just a wound. Okay, so let me add that to your wound. So, blast. Oops. Sorry, I'm in your sheet. Blast. Blast. So, 34. Okay. So you have a wound. Oops, wrong one. Okay. So he's at 19. Alright, Vindicator, you're up again.
Vindicator's going to single shot
Okay.
with his assault rifle.
Yeah. And so just basically, like, that last one, he just shoots this beam of... it's not even a beam, it's like kind of like a dancing light and just hits you both in the chest. And Wraythe, it burns you, and Vindicator, it lightly burns at your flak jacket. Make sure that... I don't know if that flak jacket for you is cheap or not, so...
Oh yeah, I should probably roll.
Just roll D10 now so we can figure it out, or else we'll forget.
Okay.
We'll do your guns in a sec. Roll D10 for me. There you go, you're
Cool.
fine. Okay. Alright, so 31 plus 28, 59. He's going to try to dodge. Dodge. Nope. 59 minus 34. Plus 12. 58. Let me see what his soak is. You hit him on the leg, so it's a 55 right there. Minus, 8. So 47. Okay, so that's a wound and an injury right off the bat. And he has to make a death roll. Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah, not good. So you shoot him and he grabs his side and falls back off the hoverboard completely and collapses to the ground. You're not sure if he's dead or alive, but he's definitely out.
Vindicator looks to Wraythe. Wraythe is okay? You alright, kid?
He kind of groans in pain and then nods. Could I make a recovery roll? Because my regen.
Yes, absolutely. You sure can.
Okay, I'll make a recovery.
It's got to beat whatever the thing was.
Do
Unmarked.
I get any mods or any? I don't think I get anything. Hey.
So 2 of those exploded and doesn't look like. Well, let's look. Did they explode? No, because they. Go ahead and roll 2d10. Yeah.
Yep.
That's probably gonna clear those for you. Yes, that's a.
Yeah, 58.
Yeah, and I don't think that's what you took. So yeah, you heal immediately. You all have regen.
Yes, we're the regenerators. It's actually out of combat, so I should probably get to roll too.
Yeah, you can regen. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Still, I don't think you're gonna meet it, but
Yeah. Alright. I have good recovery.
could have really good.
Shit.
Nope.
Okay, so alright, so let's do this. Bloodlust. Go ahead and make a hard fortitude roll there, Rogue. What'd you get?
17.
Oh yeah, you want to kill him.
Fucking piece of shit! And Vindicator's gonna start smashing in his head with the butt of the gun, I think.
Okay. Wraythe, what do you do?
I'm gonna try and stop him. Okay.
Go ahead and give me.
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead. Roll.
Yeah, I'm just going. No, leave him alone. Leave him alone. He's just some loony who thinks he's been abducted by aliens. He's not right. He's ill.
He almost killed the fucking doc. He looks over to the doc to see if she's dead.
You can't tell from here. She's not moving though.
You should go check on her, mate.
I don't know. You can give a persuasion roll versus.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. Just give a persuasion roll. I would say it's at least hard.
Yeah.
What are you, a fucking wanker? I could see you, like, saying that. making him matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Not so
Okay,
anyway.
I'll just go. Vindicator, stop being such a fucking psycho.
Exactly. There we go.
Vindicator just looks at him through the mask, and he's like, "Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay, I'm cool. Are you cool?"
Yeah. And Wraythe starts going over to check on Madison.
Vindicator's gonna empty the clip.
Yeah, you just compress the trigger right all in the chest, right? And it's just like blood just everywhere in the air. And yeah, he is very deceased. As Wraythe, you look maybe over your shoulder and see this as you begin to get closer to the dock.
And finally, Vindicator's he can calm down now. So he's like, maybe like there's a little bit of remorse in it as he looks at him and like shifts back and forth. He's like, well, there's no fixing that now. Then
Can't put that back together. Sorry, Humpty Dumpty.
Wraythe is just looking with his head in his hands and just goes, "Oh shit, you just killed someone really famous."
that soda sucked anyway. Mountain Dew or something he was on.
Sorry, I got a real life distraction there. Could you say again?
Yeah, sure.
Like he was talking about him being on a soda can or something. He's like, that soda sucked anyway. Mountain Dew.
Yeah, it's not about his sponsorships though. I mean, like people are gonna, oh man, and Wraythe just turns away. He just looks really freaked out. He starts shaking Madison and saying, Doc, you got to wake up."
I don't know. What are the rules on waking up when you've been knocked out?
That's kind of at my discretion. I would say you could wake up, but can't really do much.
Yeah, she kind of sits up and puts a hand to her head. There's a big gash. It's trying to close, but just, head wounds bleed and bleed and bleed. So there's just blood running down the side.
Well, I
of her
mean,
face.
his attack, it was all energy based, right? So,
Yeah, well, and
yeah.
she hit. I said
Yeah.
she hit all
Yeah,
this
it's fine.
debris too. Yeah, and probably part of her hair singed off, it's starting to grow back. But what? Is everyone all right?
No. Vindicator's killed him. He's like,
What?
killed him. I can't even. And he sort of steps over here, and he's kind of just got his head in his hands. He goes, "I can't even with him right now. I mean, just look. He's just lost it. He's just,
Yeah.
Oh man, he killed him."
Madison's gonna stumble over here. She looks down at him. Yeah, there's no fixing that. She looks over at Vindicator. She opens her mouth to say something, but then she says, "Come on, we've got to get... I'm sure the authorities will be here soon. We need to get what we need to get out of the building and leave." She looks around for closed camera, CCTV camera.
Wraythe is just sort of looking around and just saying like, they'll have like fingerprints and like DNA and we're
Hell,
man.
we're all wearing gloves. It's gonna be okay. Wraith, he was out of control. He might have hurt someone else if it wasn't us.
He was just a loony. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
he was a
Oh.
loony with a nuclear device. Unfortunately, yes, it's unfortunate, but it's done.
But he was
Let's-
unconscious. He didn't have to do it. And he sort of points past Madison at Vindicator and says, "Mate, you've got issues. You've got issues. You should like go and see someone or something. This is just not on."
Okay. Madison goes over. Wraith, let's deal with this later. Another place. Can you go see if there's anything, any notes, anything from the warehouse? We need to leave.
Yeah. Wraith makes himself insubstantial and then steps to the wall. And just before he steps to the wall, he points at Vindicator and goes, "You're not right, mate. You're not right." And then steps to the wall.
Wrong building, Wraith. No, just...
That would be funny. That would be funny. Has to come out and go across the other side of the alleyway.
No dignity whatsoever.
Yeah. Just tries to glare at Vindicator as he goes across.
The Vindicator's gonna, I think, drag Amplify's body back into the lab.
Yeah, you can do that.
Madison looks at him but doesn't know what to say. Part of her is just as disturbed as Wraith, but part of her is, is so angry that he hit her that hard that it feels almost justified.
Why don't you do your wound right now? Go ahead and roll. If you go to your wounds, because I don't know how bad this is going to be, you might be unconscious again.
Right.
If you go ahead and it's too loud. So go to your wound tab and just click on torso effects.
Okay.
Because yeah.
And it's terrible.
It is definitely terrible. Yeah. So that's not too bad. Yeah. Okay. So let's do that.
And I'll go ahead and I'm gonna try to heal myself to see if we even need to worry about it.
Sure. 72 is what you gotta beat.
Yeah, first I'm gonna bump my what's the essence one?
Not senses. Empathy.
Empathy. So I'm gonna bump my empathy using my new power.
Okay.
Which I don't really have to roll because I'm not resisting it. So I'll add one benefit to that.
Yeah. Okay. Is it one benefit or is it you?
It's a benefit.
Oh, okay. I thought it was transmutation.
Yeah, transmutation gives me a benefit to one. No, I'm sorry. You're right. It gives me a +1.
Yeah, so I'll move your imp up to 6 temporarily, so go ahead.
Okay. No, not good enough.
Okay, I moved it back down.
Okay.
Yeah, you try. Let me temporarily bring down your dex. So what I'm doing here in the background is I'm bringing your dex down by 1 temporarily for now. And the wounds, I'm going to put -1 dex, and then I'm going to click it as treated. So days wounded is, I'm just going to put at 0 for now.
I actually should have added some to that.
Like what?
Because I add my endurance score to any heal check, but it doesn't matter. It wouldn't have been high enough.
Oh, because regen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It's like
blast,
toughness or something.
chest. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's not healed currently. Yeah, you feel very difficult to breathe, like maybe your ribs are broke, diaphragm cracked, that sort of thing. And as you kind of you pull Amplify back in the building, and you start hearing sirens in the distance. So what are you gonna do quickly?
Madison's got her cooler. She says, just looking around, grab whatever you can. We need to get to the van.
Yeah, Vindicator's gonna grab a couple of guns, if there's...
Oh, we do have the guns, yeah, because there was the mooks.
Yeah, they had assault rifles, yeah.
I was gonna see as well if
Yeah.
I could get into the computers quickly. If any were unlocked, I'm not gonna try and hack anything.
Oh, you can. You can try. What are you trying to see? Everything is password encrypted and stuff. There's nothing.
Okay. I'm just gonna see if there's anything like he's written his password down on a sticky note or something, and then
No.
or use the default password, and then other than that,
Admin? No.
Yeah. Darn.
Any
Admin 1, 2,
security-
3.
Yeah.
Any security footage?
There are cameras. You're not sure exactly where they feed. They feed into probably the computer system or are pumped out through the internet in this room.
You get that Wraythe, he'll shout to him.
Yeah. I'll see if I can find it.
The security footage. You can make a hacking. Let's do a sysops. Let's do sysops.
Okay.
Challenging sysops.
I think Vindicator might look for some fuel to dump all over this place if you can.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't
some
think
way to
there-
burn this.
There's a battery. You could probably grab battery. Yeah, 31's not too bad. That's actually good enough. Yeah, you're able to find that footage and either delete it or capture it. And you can find fuel, yes. But there are people in here. I want to make that note. They're unconscious still next to the tanks, but
Yeah. Maybe get them outside.
sirens are blaring. Getting closer and closer.
Yeah, I think, there's no, like, briefcases or anything with money in them or anything like that within sight, are there?
No, you don't see anything like that. The only thing you see of clear value are what was on Dr. Dream. Right, he had some gadgets and gadgets. Boy, if you had his dispel tech versus amplify.
Ooh. What if you can nick that?
Oh, you can take it now for sure if you want.
Hey.
Yeah, he's got 2 guns and that for sure. He might have something else. I don't remember. Yeah, you can easily get that stuff. He's still alive, by the way. He is strapped down, and but his gear is next to him. You can take that if you want. His shard pistol, his snake gun, and his that thing.
I think I failed my roll on him too.
Yeah, but you got a bit. I would say that's kind of over. You can do what you want with him. It's up to you.
Maybe he'll dump some gas on him too.
Sure. What are you guys doing? As he
Wait. He's done. Dr. Madison's gonna try to wake him up real quick.
What?
As Vindicator's dumping gas on
Oh,
him.
God.
Look, this is your one chance not to die in a fiery inferno. That's gasoline. Who were you working with? And be quick.
Vindicator, give me an intimidation roll.
Meanwhile, Wraythe turns around, sees what Vindicator was doing, and yells at him, "You need help! You need help!" And then walks out to the wall.
Never working with you again. It's in this situation. Yeah, he do it. Contact someone damn.
Name now. You hear those sirens?
He just like curses and says, "They call him Doppelganger.
Doppelganger. How did you get in touch with him?
Got in touch with me. Came
How?
to visit me. Showed up on my doorstep.
What did he look like?
he laughs and look like me. Exactly like me.
She blinks.
He brought me
Oh.
the boy in the back.
Yes. Well, unfortunately,
Now let me go.
Oh, I never said I would let you go. And she turns around and she says, let's get out of here. Let the police deal with this one.
Vindicator's lights a cigarette after he drags some of the people out of the building. And he looks at the doc as she says that.
She stops and she puts another hand on his shoulder. She says, it's been a long day. I don't feel well. Help me back to the van.
And he looks at her and offers his arm, and then looks towards the Dr. Dream laying there. He says, "You want to let this one live after everything he did?"
I don't give a shit about Dr. Dream. I have a feeling that he isn't long for this earth. He knows things that other people won't want him talking about. But you, I do care about. And, well, I think you've had enough for one day.
I've seen it 100 times. This fucking piece of shit's just gonna crawl back, come after us, send more robots, cause more pain.
She, says, I don't think so. And, she considers that. She says, but if he does, well, I'll be there to light the match. Fair?
He takes a minute. The sirens are coming though, so he nods, and then he helps her outside, take off toward the van.
You're not going to turn around and light the fire anyway? No. Yeah, you head out and get to the van. It's still sitting there by the blown up transformer that you had cut the lights with. You pile into the van. Where are you going to go?
Back to my house, I guess, but the long way. Like, I'll drive through some parking garages and whatnot.
Yeah, you are struggling to drive.
I'm what I mean is someone else.
Okay, yeah, gotcha. Regardless, you leave just in the nick of time, and the police show up just afterwards, and you're not sure what the fallout of that's going to be for certain, but something is gonna happen. A lot of dead bodies, a lot of strange things going on. You bring the gear you got from Dr. Dream, the strange devices. You have the vials in the cooler, and you take off. And you head back to your house in the car. Anything you guys want to do as you're on your way?
Wraythe is complaining all the way back. It's like, he's really famous. He's got all these sponsorships and stuff. I mean, what are those sponsors going to do now? He's got like this big social media following. You've just upset a lot of people.
I'll find a new hero.
I think
I don't know.
overall the balance of what was done today was very much in the positive side of the scale, Wraythe. It was unfortunate what happened to Amplify.
You can't just go shooting someone famous like they're an ordinary person. It's just, I don't know. It's weird.
Wraythe, I don't want to hear you say that again.
You know, I wouldn't have had to shoot him if you wouldn't have made that comment, right? I think that kind of set him off, didn't it?
But he is. He'd gone loony. And you heard, he kept saying they were like aliens and stuff. I mean,
Maybe
you
there
know,
are.
Maybe he was
Like-
talking about this doppelganger creature.
I don't know. People said he'd gone off the deep end.
Well, Dr. Dream, he said that someone looking exactly like him showed up and that he was behind all of this. If you want someone to focus your anger on, I suspect, I advise you to think more on how we're going to find this doppelganger, because if he had searched out someone like Dr. Dream, I suspect that he has other people, other puppets that he's manipulating right now as well. Famous or not, though. That was how many people? 15 in those tanks? And every one of them matters just as much as Amplify. I don't care that they weren't famous, Wraythe. Everyone matters or no one does.
Oh yeah, I mean they matter, right? But I mean, you know, we're just like ordinary people, and they're just like ordinary people. He was like famous.
Well,
Anyway, those people, all right.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
I think they're better off now than they were before. I don't think they had much of a chance.
Why'd you do it, Vindicator? I mean, he was unconscious. He didn't have to. He wasn't like a threat anymore. He wasn't a bad guy, right?
I don't know. He seemed pretty bad to me. He almost killed the doc.
Yeah, he'd gone a bit loony, but I mean, you know, needed some help, right? It's not a bad thing to get help when you're not quite feeling right up top. And he's kind of like, as he says that, he's kind of looking towards Madison and kind of like eye rolling towards Vindicator.
He looks at him through the rear view, and
He stops immediately.
what are you trying to say, kid?
Well, I mean, what do they call it when soldiers aren't, you know? There's a word for it when, you know, you ever thought of like seeing someone?
What's that gonna help?
Maybe you won't like shoot people when they're unconscious. I don't know. I just don't think he was a bad guy. I think I don't know. You got really angry.
Maybe you shouldn't have provoked that guy. Then I wouldn't have had to kill him.
I didn't provoke him. I just said everyone knows it, right? Everyone. It's all over it. Look. I'll get my phone. And in regards to the fact that Victor getting Vindicator's driving, he's trying to shove his phone in front of his face, show him all these stories about like how everyone thinks that Amplify's gone weird because he's talking about aliens. So he's just trying to shove these in his face. Going, look at that one. Look at that one.
Well,
It's all
as
the
you're
same."
scrolling through his Twitter, there is you didn't remember this before, but you just remembered something about aliens. But he names specifically doppelganger in one of his tweets. An alien named doppelganger, he says.
So, but I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that bit, so I won't spot that. But
Well,
Vindicator might.
Madison was
Madison.
talking about doppelganger, how the doctor, she did mention it out loud. Had mentioned it.
Oh, after you left, did you?
Yeah, when we were in the car.
Oh, sorry, I missed that bit. Oh, okay. In that case, he'll stop scrolling, and just suddenly he says, "Oh shit!" And he kind of flops down in the other seat and puts his seatbelt on, and just starts looking at this stuff. Oh, you're right, Doc. You know, you said
Wraythe,
maybe it's this gamut. Look here. Look.
Okay, she takes the phone. Now just look at the road.
All right, just be careful with it, right?
What do you think I'm gonna... What does he think?
Well, your generation didn't do touchscreens. I don't know.
Oh, I'll try not to lick it.
Well, that was weird. All right.
She looks and starts to read the article. How do you scroll this? She says under her breath to Vindicator.
there's a lot of associated articles talking about his tweet, like if they if they believed it, or there's all kinds of like pop culture websites about this new threat doppelganger, that sort of thing. From his, basically just taken from what his Twitter said. And his Twitter, like 2 days ago, he usually tweets like 10 times a day, and like there hasn't been a tweet from him in like 48 hours at this point. So that kind of matches.
And Wraythe kind of like lets out a bit of a sigh, and he says, "Look, I'll be honest, Doc. The reason I was shocked is he used to be a bit of an hero of mine, right? Everyone loves Amplify. He had the cool looks and the powers and the board, and I don't know, it really shook me. He was, like you said, I used to have the poster, It was a thing when I was younger. I mean, I was younger, right? But I don't know. It's like Vindicator shot a bit of my childhood."
Mm.
I'm sorry. It's hard to lose one of your heroes, whether literally or because they disappoint you. It always happens, one way or another.
Yeah, I mean, I've been... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, she just ends with, but it hurts.
He's looking at... Oh, carry on.
Sorry, I was just going to say that comment when you said about losing one of your heroes, that does seem to bother Vindicator.
Look, I don't think any of us in this car are perfect, but I think we're trying our best. And we've got our damage, but as someone who's spent the last 60 years as a practicing doctor, I can tell you, healing takes time.
Speaking of which, should we take you to the hospital?
Hospital? What are they gonna do? She reaches up and touches her head. She says, I think it's stopped bleeding, but it's swelling a bit. It's bad. I'll keep working on it. Don't take me into the hospital, no. Just take me home.
He nods and takes her there.
Wraith's going to ask for his phone back on the way. He doesn't quite relax till he gets it back.
I'm sorry I broke it.
No, the screen just powers off like that when you don't use it for a while. It's all right. And he just turns out and goes, look, see, it comes right back.
Oh, okay. No wonder I got the phone so fast.
All right, you head back. The drive, you take a little longer to get there than normal, taking side roads and non-direct route. And you pull up to the house. Garage is probably not for parking, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, no, they kind of park behind the wall near
Sure.
the garage, so it's not super visible. No,
It's whatever.
maybe
Yeah,
behind the garage,
that's
but
fine.
not
Yeah.
visible from the street. But,
Yeah, you direct them where to go, and head towards the house. Can you give me a perception roll? All of you can do this. Yeah, you have a layout of the house if needed. Mm-hmm. You might be the regen squad, but you're definitely not the perception squad. Yeah, and you walk straight in, and as you walk in, it's nighttime, and there's no lights on, and when you flip on the light, you're a bit shocked to see someone just seated on your couch. Let's switch that over here. And you see this little old lady, for those who don't know her, seated on the couch, looking grim. She has she has 2 crochet needles in her hands, and she is crocheting some sort of garment in the dark. And she looks up as you walk in. She says, "Oh, hola, Madison. You look unwell."
yeah, she's covered in blood.
Yeah.
She looks stunned and nervous for a second, and then she just sighs like with exhaustion and sits down hard on the chair. Yes, it's been a night. She puts her hand up on her head wound again. What can I do for you, Abuelita? I don't want to drip all over the carpet.
Well, unfortunately, we have met at an inopportune time for you, it appears. But I needed to talk to you about Ricky. And your cousin here. She looks to Wraythe.
Yes, Ricky, he stopped by with tamales yesterday. What's wrong with Ricky?
See, he came back to me very upset. He said your friend was quite rude to him.
Oh, you know, young people, Abuelita, and yes, and Wraythe was not feeling well, and she glares over at him.
And Wraith just kind of throws his hands up, but just like I don't get any of this, and just walks out.
I had a discussion with him about respect.
Ah, yes, I see. Well, I think I might ask you for a favor, Madison. Since you have such strong men with you, one with a big mouth, but you do this for me and I will forget Wraythe's, or I guess you wouldn't call him Wraythe. She says, your cousin's poor behavior.
Yes, of course. I'm anything to help a friend.
Ah, good. Good. I'm glad to hear that. There is a group of men that have been giving us some issues, and one of our distributions of narcotics, she just says openly, I would like you to eliminate them. I'm guessing you guys are all, like, got your guns and everything like that. She just kind of looks you up and down. They are called the G-Men, the LAGs. Stupid name. Eliminate them for me.
Abuelita, I am a healer, not a warrior.
Ah, it is good that you have friends. You can heal them if they get sick or shot, huh? Or you can hire
She-
someone to do it. I don't care. Do it for me.
Does Vindicator know who this is?
Oh, you guys, I don't think so.
Tell me about these LAGs.
Petty gang. Have some big guns. Notorious killers, drug dealers. You know the sort.
Are they dealing on
My turf?
on Bandito turf?
Yes. See. You take them out for me. I have an address. It is where one of their hideouts is. I think if you take them out there, then... see. They will be less interested in being around here, especially with such strong men like you. And she looks over to Vindicator.
Vindicator, he nods to her as he brings the water for Vitae.
The doctor takes the water and kind of glances over at Vindicator. She takes a sip, then just kind of nods. Very well, we'll look into it, but I have to rest first.
Huh. You can rest tonight. And she stands up with her yarn and pulls the needles close and walks fairly slowly by, and she actually goes over to where you're sitting and she leans in and whispers something to you, Doc. She says, and she stands back up and gives you a sad, almost smile, and doesn't say anything else. She gives Wraythe a bit of a look, and she kind of
I've
shuffles to
left.
the door. Oh, you left? Okay.
Yeah.
She shuffles towards the door, past Vindicator, and then just doesn't wait for any remarks or anything, and just opens and walks out.
Vindicator will close the door and look over to Vitae. Who's that?
She is the matron of this entire neighborhood. She runs the Banditos, the Bandito Sangres. This is her house. She looks outside the window, points to the neighbor. One of her men lives there. Her grandson is Ricky, and... well, Wraythe has upset the woman enough that now I have a decision to make. She kind of lowers her voice. I either need to move or I need to take care of this.
A mafia?
No, nothing so glamorous. They're a gang. Not as bad as some. Considered kind of neutral territory here, really. Someone else to be dealing on their turf is unusual. But still, this isn't something I've ever involved myself in. I don't know much about it, actually. I've tried to just focus on, well, favors for favors in terms of a place to stay and some anonymity in exchange for healing some gunshot wounds, some overdoses.
Ah, I see. He goes over to the cabinet to get some whiskey. You want a shot?
Make it 2. It takes a lot for me.
He pours some whiskey for them both. So the kid ran his mouth and upset the guy that was here yesterday. He ran home to Mama.
Well, Abuelita Granny anyway, yes, and she wants him out. And Madison actually looks sad. I was starting to get used to having someone around all the time. I've never actually lived with anyone. I mean, not in a very, very long time. I didn't think that I wanted to have anyone else around, but she shrugs and drinks.
And he nods as he takes one of the shots. Says, maybe I should talk to the kid.
You're welcome to try. I don't know what difference it's going to make at this point. I don't want him to feel obligated. That's important to me. That I don't want him to go do something he's not comfortable with because he feels like that he owes it to me. He doesn't.
Wraythe sticks his head round the corner and says, just putting the kettle on. Does anyone want a cup of tea?
Madison holds up her whiskey glass and says, maybe in a bit.
Right. Vindicator? No? Cup of tea?
Yeah. You got sweet tea?
You put sugar in it?
Yeah, thanks, kid.
He nods and goes out.
You want me to stay here? And he looks over to the dock.
Might be best for the moment. I don't know if people are going to be looking for us. We should all keep our heads down for a little bit. Besides, do you live somewhere? She kind of looks at his, rumpled, somewhat homeless, probably looking appearance.
He takes another shot. He says, I used to. Usually stay at hotels. Here and there.
Well, I do have another spare bedroom.
Say, well, thanks. But, I'm kind of dirty. You wouldn't want me around all the time.
Well, the interesting thing is I've also got a shower. Running water, hot and cold. Quite the palatial setup I've got, isn't it?
Maybe for safety it is best.
Yeah. It's not actually feeling 100%. Oh, he really got me. Wraythe?
Yeah? He calls out from the kitchen.
Once you're done, would you look something up on your Google for me?
My Google. Yeah, all right. Yeah, what?
if we can find out anything about these LAGs. If not, I need to start thinking about what I need to take with me and how to travel light and where I'm going to go.
Yeah, you can give me a sysops roll to see how much you can actually
Yep.
you can find out. Oh
Wow.
yeah, nice. That's very good. Yeah, you find out
one of
pretty
the
much.
dice exploded twice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always nice. Yeah, so you can relay this or just they're a mid-level gang in LA. You do realize that they're this area that you're in. And let me swing over to the map real quick, so you can see kind of where you are. Let's see. Okay, so you see C over here. Okay, that's where you are. You're over here near Commerce, LA. Let's see, get over there. So they are more in East Los Angeles, that area. So they must be pushing down south into this area. So you do know that. They are known for drive-by shootings. All the narcotics dealings, that sort of thing. Pretty standard gang as far as that goes. They do have a incredible tendency towards violence. So yeah, if at any time you want to look at this map, just please let me know. I can always bring it back up.
Okay.
I will be putting more things on here as we go. But yeah. Okay.
Yeah, as does Wraythe relay it pretty much as
Yeah, you
those
don't
Yeah.
have to parakeet me.
okay,
Just-
yeah.
Yeah, he kind of reads stuff out from articles. Yeah, about various murders they've been associated with, or different. This shooting was this drive-by was probably them, and times they've had like
Yeah.
turf wars and things. He just reads out little bits. He's skimming a load of articles and social media posts as well, I guess, rather than just articles.
Yeah. Madison relaxes a little bit actually as he's reading it and nods. She says, Abuelita was telling me that these LAGs are trying to move into the neighborhood and asked for my help in dealing with it. Sounds like they're bad news. I've had to treat one little girl with a ricochet bullet already, and I don't want to see any more of that.
Wraith sort of nods. Yes. Oh yeah, gangs are bad news. Yeah. He sits down and he puts a cup of tea in front of Vindicator and puts one in front of himself. He didn't really know what he meant by sweet tea, so he just gave him a cup of black tea, milk, 3 sugars, and put that in front of him.
You put the milk in there in the cup.
Yeah.
Vindicator looks at it and you don't know how to make sweet tea.
It's got 3 sugars. How much more do you want?
This isn't Lipton, is it?
Oh, that stuff. No. God, that's just as weak as Nat's piss. No, don't do that. No. This is PG tips, mate. And he says, it's a lot better.
Gotta teach you how to make the proper southern sweet tea.
Look, if you put milk in Lipton, mate, it's practically white. It's disgusting.
He takes it and he tries it anyway. And nods to him.
There you go. Much better.
Madison.
Sorry.
To her liquor.
Yeah, he sits down with his and takes a sip and sits back and just gives a big nice. And starts scrolling through social media, waiting to see when the news about Amplify's death will hit.
You know, Wraythe, I was thinking some of these things that we got from the lab are probably valuable. It's possible that if we got on Abuelita's good side that she could move some of it for us and, well, you could have a bit of independence back. You know, that's something I know you don't really like being here.
It's nothing personal. It's just yeah, I just want my own place, you know. It's just I feel bad. It's your house, right? And yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's good having you around, Doc. You're great. But you know, just kind of want my own place.
Of course.
But-
I mean, you're a young man. That's perfectly natural. Smiles kind of tightly.
So, what did the old lady want?
Oh, just to tell us about the LAGs moving into the neighborhood and express her concern about the safety of all the local residents.
Oh, right.
After looking at it, I think perhaps she's right to be concerned, and, well, maybe we should poke our nose in. It would certainly, well, it would get you on, I can't say it would get you on her good side, Wraythe, but it might take some of the heat off.
What's she got against me? We've never met.
Ricky's her grandson, Wraythe. Respect's very important.
Ricky?
Yes,
Look, he
Ricky.
misunderstood. I can go round. It's quite simple. I didn't say like, fuck off. I said, you need to fuck off, mate. It's different. It's they don't get the context, right?
I understand. And look, if you aren't comfortable with it, that's just fine. But this is my neighborhood, and I do
Why don't I
feel
go around
like
and
something needs to
explain?
be done.
Why don't I
No,
go around and explain to her?
I know.
I mean, it's all a misunderstanding.
You know, I don't think that's a good idea. No, just she's she's shy and doesn't want to talk to anyone but me.
Wow. All right. Fair enough. Bloody Ricky. The amount of trouble that guy's caused. Give him a slap. I mean,
Yeah.
I won't, right? It's your neighbours. I'm not going to give him a slap. But I could. I really could.
If a slap needs dealing out, then I'll deal it. Don't worry about that.
Can I watch? I'd love to see you slap Ricky.
You might one of these days.
And he says, yeah, look, I mean, you know, it's not really what I thought I'd be doing, but I mean, you know, if you want to keep the neighbourhood safe, seems like a good deed. But Vindicator would scare the hell out of him.
Well, if he might have other plans.
He takes a sip of the tea. Oh, go ahead.
No, she just looks over at him.
And he's just been listening the whole time and not saying anything, and he's sipping the tea, and he says, "Oh, I'm gonna help you if you need help."
She smiles unconsciously and then sort of buries her face in her cup to hide it until she's not smiling anymore. Well, I do appreciate it.
I think at least that's something I'm good at.
Scaring people? Well, some people. Some people are easy to scare. And she smiles over at him.
He looks kind of sad towards Wraythe for a minute, and like he's gonna say something, but he doesn't, and he says, "He's not so bad."
All right. Madison kind of gets up for once, feeling like the 100-year-old woman that she is. She starts to kind of walk slowly toward her bedroom. I'm going to take a shower. Don't get in until I'm done because there's only enough hot water for one shower to run at a time. And then she looks over at them both and thanks for having my back today, both of you.
Vindicator nods.
Wraith looks up from his phone and nods, and then looks down again. And he can hear him muttering something about biscuits, but you can't make it out.
And Vindicator sits with Wraythe alone for a little while, and he says, "I'm sorry about today, kid."
And he sort of looks up and says, "It just rattled me, right? I thought we were the good guys, and that I don't know, like with that doctor, whatever that was one thing, but I don't know, Amplify. He was like a hero. He was like us." And he got all confused and stuff. Someone had messed with his head, and maybe it was what the doctor did it. Maybe that's why he thought he was seeing aliens, or maybe he thought this doppelganger bloke was an alien or something. But he wasn't bad. He was just confused and like frightened and angry and stuff. And we had him, right? We won. And I know Doc got hurt, but he was done. He was down, right? Down, mate. And you even stopped. You stopped, and I walked away, and then he did it. It's just weirded me out, right?
Yeah. Sometimes it's just hard to turn it off.
He sort of nods. You don't think he really quite gets it, but he kind of nods. Yes. Is it like something in your like your past or whatever? And you get the feeling he feels he should ask, but he doesn't actually want to hear the answer. He's feeling very uncomfortable.
Yeah, at that he stands up. Like it's maybe even getting a little too close at all, to that subject. He immediately stands up and he puts the tea down. And then he says, "I'm sorry I killed your hero." And then he walks out.
Wraythe sort of looks after him, and then he puts the phone in his pocket, and he leaves the tea cooling on the table, because food and drink just goes kind of effectively straight through him these days, and he doesn't really sustain him. And he goes and walks upstairs goes and walks through to the other room rather, where he's been staying, and looks under the bed and pulls out a rolled up poster and brushes the dust off it, and unrolls it. And there, kind of tucked away out of sight, is his poster of Amplify. And it's all a bit kind of dog-eared now and everything, and he pulls it out and looks at it for a minute. And then all of a sudden he just kind of gets a moment of anger and just crumples up the poster and throws it in the bin. He says, too old for that now anyway. Guess it's time to grow up. And sits down on the bed.
As you sit down on the bed and everyone's turning in for the night, you think about what has happened to Amplify and just the horror of today. Didn't really go maybe as Wraythe would have expected, like he said. You're the good guy, right? Or are you? Especially now with what's been asked of Madison by the gang here. Madison, you're getting ready for bed, moving quite slowly from your injury that just won't heal. You've never had anything like this for a long, long time. Years, for sure. And as you come out, you're getting ready. Getting ready to flip off the light, and you see in the corner someone standing there. It takes you for an extreme shock all of a sudden as you recognize the person as Amplify standing in the corner. He has his arms crossed over his chest and just says, "Who are you?" And as he asks you this question, the screen fades to black. That's it.
Wow. Great ending, and I loved that final scene with Wraythe in the
poster.
poster. That was such a great touch.
It was.
Thanks. Yeah, it was only because you mentioned the poster I thought, yeah, that would be